Hi, I'm Sarah Elliott Sheridan and I train in SB Charlestown under Coach Owen Roddy. I'm an amateur MMA fighter and I've been training since July 2018, but I'm very lucky to be part of the One Hit Management family now, especially as a very young amateur fighter. It's just that he believes me, which is nice to get. I'm still in 6th year, so I'm going to be finishing school this year and then hopefully going to college. But while I'm going to college, just, your backup plan, I'm going to be training MMA like full time as well. So that's hopefully the plan. I live in town. I live in Dublin city centre in the flats, the flats. And yeah, I just love MMA. It's become my passion. It's become my life. It's helped me in so many ways as a person. And I'm just here to tell you a bit about myself. So, the achievement I'm most proud of, like, definitely winning a gold medal at the World Championships. Like, I'm representing, not even winning actually, it was representing my country. Like, that was a big achievement for me. Like, I never, like, you see people do it for the Olympics or for like Europeans and you're just like, oh, like, that's little, like, I wish I could do it, I wish I was good enough to do that. And then you realise you are and you're like, but I think the main one for me is, it's more personal. It was when I joined, it was when I first joined SBG Charlestown, because there was a lot of stuff happening, like, going on, and I could have easily like gone down a bad L route, you know what I mean, and I know everyone can. So it was making the choice myself, like, personally, to join SBG Charlestown, that I was like, yeah, I'm proud of that. Like, such a hard question, because I feel like everyone, like, anyone in my circle anyways, has given me like such good advice, and now I feel like I'm going to completely forget it. But my mum always says, like, the best gift you can be anyone is to be yourself, because there's a lot of like fake people. My biggest regret in my career so far was probably not listening to people when they said, like, your mind is you have to overcome yourself before you can overcome an opponent. That's how I said it, because I got to start, I was like, no, you can just train, it doesn't matter, like, you might not have like you might not have a good self-belief system, but if I train hard, like, it'll get me there. And obviously, like, you have to train hard, like, don't get me wrong, like, that's like a must. But there's no point to train hard if your mind's gonna be like, no, you're gonna lose, like, because you know what they say, like, whether you think you're gonna lose or you think you're gonna win, you're right. So it was neglecting the mental side of things at the start, and probably the diet side of things as well. I was like, I can eat anything and I'll be okay, and then I realised I'm actually better when I eat well. So yeah, the mental side of it and the diet side of it, nutrition and all. I think I'm lucky in the sense that, like, it is still really early on in my career, so there hasn't been many disappointments. But, like, obviously people pulling out fights and stuff like that just gets to me, because it's just like, if you want to fight. But maybe I was maybe disappointment during myself. I sort of, when I came back from the World Championships, I slacked off a little bit. And I know I had an injury and all, but like, I just, like, no one talks about it, like, you reach the highest point that you want to reach. Like, that was my goal, that was my dream, I reached it. And it was so amazing, I was so happy, and that went on for a few days, but then after it was gone. Not that it was gone, but like, that feeling was gone, and it's like, wow, I was that happy, like, how can I be that happy again? Like, what do I work for now? It was just that I was probably disappointed in myself for not maybe handling that situation the best that I could, like, and to just be like, but then obviously, like, a few weeks later I got back on the horse, started training hard, but it was just that moment of, like, I know everyone goes through it, was like a little self-doubt where, like, is this worth it? Like, but of course it is, it's always worth it. Another thing I'm proud of achievement wise, just for myself, like, I know it probably doesn't seem like that big of an achievement to other people, but it was when I signed up to do GAMA, a jiu-jitsu tournament, just February gone, and it was my first blue belt competition, and there was no girls like registered for my weight or anything, and I was just like, oh, like, I want to compete, like, I got my blue belt, I want to compete at blue belt, see what it's like. So I texted GAMA, and the fellow who runs a film, Will Peter, he's a legend, like, he let me basically go into the males division because I asked. And then I went and I was absolutely terrified. I was like, oh no, why did I say that? Like, I'm going against fellas. And I was overthinking and I was panicking. And then like my coach and I was like, you have nothing to lose there. Like, you're training against fellas every day. Like, men, like, you're okay. Like, you just need to believe in yourself more. That's what I'm saying. Like, self-confidence is loud. And I know I'm going to like be a future UFC world champion. Like, I know that. But it's just sometimes it contradicts with yourself. It's just a growing process, really. But yeah, so basically it was when I went against the fella, like, I was terrified and I went in the gi first and he won, but he didn't win like easily, do you know what I mean? Like, it was hard, like I was pushing the pace, I was doing all that, so I'm very proud of myself for that, like, because that little barrier, that little like self-belief I had then, like, that's gone, do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, no, I can go against fellas. They might be like scientifically stronger, but like there's always outliers, so I'm gonna be an outlier. Little unicorn. Oh. The person who inspires me most has to be my mum. Like, she's just a legend. Like, she's just such a strong woman, and just seeing what she's had to do for, like, I have a brother, an older brother and an older sister, and just the way she supported us all, the way she's done everything for us, do you know what I mean? Like, she works a full-time job, like, and then she came back and she made dinner and she took care of us and she done it all by herself, so she's just a legend. If I can be half as like strong as her, then I'll just be happy. Like, and her work ethic is, whew, I don't get it from nowhere. But I know my mum. Yeah, I just love her so much. But then MMA wise, I'd probably say Ashlyn Daly, to be honest, just because like everything she has done for women's MMA, like, oh my, like, just a legend. Like, she didn't care. She's like, no, I want to do this. I'm gonna do this. The odds were completely against her, and she came through them. And like, she's an outlier. So how can you not look up to that? And Katie Taylor as well. Like, Katie Taylor's just, that's an obvious like one, you know. Funniest, oh my god, no, the funniest / like embarrassing moment of my career, it wasn't like, it's I was mortified. Right, myself. So I was probably training only a month. I was probably only training a month, 2 months maybe. And Owen's sister Linda, she was like reception at the time, and I was doing a class. I think I was doing wrestling, and my leggings like ripped like completely down the middle. It wasn't even like a slight little hole. Like, it was like there was no fabric behind me. But no one was there. I can't believe like everyone was actually gone, and I had to go outside to Linda. Bear in mind, this is like, I'm in a new club and like I'm so embarrassed even thinking of it. So basically Linda had like one of these like long jumpers on, and she had tracksuit bottoms on her, and she gave me her tracksuit bottoms and I put them on me, and she put on my like ripped leggings, and she had to go upstairs to give one of the coaches a cup of tea, and she was like walking out, and like you could just see the little leggings on her there, because the jumper was obviously covering where the rip was, like, but that was just so embarrassing. Like, I was mortified. Like, oh, that was very funny. It probably doesn't sound funny now, but it was funny at the time. Oh, no, stop. Most famous person who follows me on social media, I think it's either Coach Owen Roddy, let's be shout out, or Kiefer Crosby. I'm gonna actually check that now because I'm not sure. If I could go back to my younger self, like, I am still young. I'm really young. I'm still only 17 years old. Like, I'm 18 in 2 months. But just to say that, like, nothing lasts forever, whether it's good or bad. Like, I know everyone knows that, but like, when you're in a situation, like, you're like, you think the world's all against you, but then it's only like those things are happening to you to like build you up to who you're meant to be. Like, and I love who I'm becoming now, so like, and that's not in a cocky way, it's just like, I never thought I'd say that before. So like, the person I'm becoming now, like, I'm extremely happy with, but I wish I could tell like young mini Sarah just to be like, it's okay, like, do you know what I mean? Like, things will be okay, and like what you're going through now is gonna like shape you into the person you're gonna be, like, just stuff like that. But yeah. If I could give a younger person 3 tips, and I know I'm quite young, so it's probably ironic, like, but like, I help out in the kids' classes, and like I see all the little kids just coming up, and especially if some of them don't feel like they're doing it right, or their confidence is like completely gone if they get it wrong. But just to be like, it's okay to fail, like you need to fail to improve. Like anyone who's successful has failed 100 times, like it's just how it is. So don't beat yourself up over not getting something right. Like look at it and see, oh, I didn't get it right, like why didn't I get it right? But don't be like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like that's probably the main thing, because yeah, it's good to critique yourself, but like there's no point of putting yourself down so low that you can't come back up from it. Another one is be consistent. Consistency is key. Like even if you don't want to be there, like, because I sometimes just don't want to go to training, you're just like, oh, why? But then those are the days, get up, get there, and then even if you're not as productive as you usually been, like, at least you're doing something. Do you know what I mean? Like you're still trying to improve, trying to learn, trying to better yourself. And then the third one would just be like, have a little vision, you know, like vision and passion is what burns you to do well. Well, for me anyways, like my passion and like my vision of where I want to be is what keeps me like training hard, keeps me like focused, like, and just surround yourself with people that also want that for you. Like there's no point of your friends not supporting you, and then like you feel bad for going training when you shouldn't feel bad, because that's what you want to do. So try to get like a nice supportive circle around you, people who actually just want you to do well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like this isolation hasn't been ideal for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all sort of getting fed up. We're all just like, oh. But I am trying to make the most of my time, because like we're never gonna get this time again. So I'm just studying a lot, like of MMA fights, jiu-jitsu, like I'm just studying a lot, to be honest. I started running. I never ran. I always made excuses for not running, but I had no excuse now. So I've gone on runs. It's a completely different type of fitness, like but I'm actually strangely enjoying it, which I never thought of me. Just trying to do bits at home, you know, like little home workouts, shadow boxing, the usual. Just watching a lot of videos, fights. I'm trying to teach my sister how to hold pads at least, just so she can like do it with me, like sort of like an MMA fit session. We done it once and we haven't done it again. So I'm just hoping that she'll say yeah again. But yeah, just stuff like that, like just reading stuff. I've read a lot of like sports psychology books, just trying to like increase my knowledge, you know, like just there's a lot of things we can do, it's just whether you want to do them or not, that's the question. Like, but hopefully we'll be back to normal soon. I have so many like favourite memories just from even going to training every day. Like just like it's never boring in training. Like even if you go in the mood, like there's gonna be someone there that just makes you smile, just makes you laugh, and everything's okay. So just being part of a second family, like that's probably just a main thing. But like there's a memory from the World Championships, and it was when I won, and I was walking outside the cage and I started bawling my eyes, crying, like I was sobbing, like I was like, oh my god, this is happening. And my coach Gav Kelly was there, and he just gave us a hug. But like just seeing his face, like the pride in his face to see that like one of like his students done that, like it, oh, like I could tell by him he was so proud. And then like walking down the little ramp, we had to go down a ramp, and just hearing people say ole 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 ole, like I was a world champion, do you know what I mean? And then I lied down on the mats, like in the training area backstage. Like people were looking at me like I was crying lying on the mat like this, because my elbow was killing me. I was like and it was just funny just being, because I was so happy I didn't care. Like I was like, you can look at me, you can judge me, I know I'm crying on your training mats, but I'm in the corner, I'm away from everyone. But that was just having my own space there as well, and just to take it all in, like it was. But then having the younger kids around me as well, just supporting me, like it was just so amazing. Like, but then as well, another memory is when I seen a girl from my club, Sarah, win the atomweight gold medal the next day. Like I was in her corner and I was like, I think I was more nervous for her, like but like just seeing her win it as well, it was just a great day. But yeah, thanks for listening to me. I probably waffled on for ages, but stay safe, stay isolated, and hopefully we'll all be back training soon.